my dear student, welcome to Nagesh Karasge Orchid School channel. Myself Hina Patel going to teach you 5th standard mathematics. Already we had seen in the previous class the fractions, addition of a fractions, subtraction of a fractions, addition of a mixed fractions, subtraction of a mixed fraction. Today we are going to learn a multiplication of fractions. Before that we will have one video. Just see this and I will ask some few questions regarding this. So my dear student, watch it very properly so I can ask some questions related to this.
Ooh. Hello, you budding mathematicians. How are you? Have you ever observed that how often we use fractions in our daily life? Like for sharing a pizza, sharing a cake, chocolate, and many more. Today, let's learn an interesting way of multiplying fractions. Let's multiply 1 by 5, by 3, by 4. Ooh! Take a grid paper. Take pencil colors. Let's multiply 1 by 5, by 3, by 4. Since the two denominators are a 4 and 5, so we draw a rectangle of side 4 squares by 5 squares on the grid paper. Color 1/5 of the rectangle with purple color. Color 3/4 of the rectangle with pink color. Let's now observe the rectangle more closely. Total number of equal parts is 20 and the number of parts that's shaded twice is 3. So, 1 by 5 multiplied by 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 20. Let's record our observation. 1 by 5 multiplied by 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 20. In this way, we can make rectangles of any dimension and find the product of two fractions. We'll meet again. Bye!
Okay my dear student, you have enjoyed the video? How to do the multiplications with a fraction? Yes, you can write your own fraction and you can have a grid paper and you can see what type the fraction it is and how you will multiply the fractions, what will be the product of that fraction. Already you had seen in the video, take a square paper, write your own fractions and try to have some activity related to this. Afterward we will see practically what are the fractions, how to multiply with some examples. We will see one by one here. Repeated addition is nothing but a multiplication, everyone knows. Yes, from the 3rd, 4th standard you know, when we add something, same number when we add, that is nothing but we do multiplication of this. In short we can say repeated addition is nothing but multiplication. Here we are having a cake, 4 cake pieces, that is one family is having 1/4 piece, here second family, here third family and fourth family. Remaining part is how much we have to find out. Here everyone is having 3/4 of a cake, 1, 2, 3 and 4th family. So total will be how much? Because here the denominators are same, you can do directly addition. Taking a common denominator, so it is 12 upon 4 is nothing but 3. So therefore 3 cakes were eaten in all. So, out of this all family 1, 2, 3, 4, how many cake was eaten? Only 3 cakes were eaten in all, and can calculate this by using a multiplications as well. So, what we had seen here is repeated addition. What is repeated here? 3 upon 4 is repeated how many times? 4 times. 4 times 3 upon 4 is nothing but multiplication. So, we are multiplying 4 multiply by 3 upon 4. Again here in the multiplication, if it is possible, we can reduce. Here 4 ones are 4 ones are, and here 3 will be remaining. So, when everyone is having 3/4 of a cake, piece of a cake, 3/4 part of a piece of a cake, there are 4 families, then how much total cake is eaten by this 4 family? Just we had done by repeated addition as well as by multiplication. So, we got that total 3 cakes were eaten by this all the family members together. Here multiplication by a fractional number by a whole number. Now, you know whole number already we had learned in the last 2 lessons back. What are the whole numbers? Now, we have to multiplication of a fractional number by a whole number. The fraction you know, we will write as a numerator and denominator multiplied by whole number. So, numerator of a fraction multiplied by whole number upon the denominator of a fraction. Again I will explain. So, it will be more easy how to write a multiplication of fractions with a whole number. So, numerator of a fraction multiplied by whole number. Yes, you know what, how we write a fraction? Numerator and denominator. So, upon denominator of a fraction. One example we will see, so you will understand how we multiply the fraction with a whole number or by a whole number. So, one of the example is here, this is our fraction, that is 3 upon 17. We are writing in the numerator 3 and denominator 17. Multiplied by 7. What is 7? Yes, you are right. It is a whole number. So, we have to multiply this fraction with a whole number. So, here only we had seen that numerator should be multiplied with whole number. So, what we are doing? We are multiplying this numerator 3 multiplied by what is your whole number? 7. So, we are multiplied by 7. So, 3 multiplied by 7 and the denominator of a fraction. What is the denominator here in the fraction? Is 17. So, we are writing 17. Again I will repeat, just you write a numerator of a fraction, yes, then multiplication sign, and what is the given whole number, that number you have to write here. We are having as a 7 as a whole number. So, we write here 7, and whatever the number in the denominator, same number you have to write in the denominator. Now, you know very well 3 times 7 is 21 or 7 times 3 is 21, or we can say 3 7s are 21 or 7 3s are 20. Why I am saying this? Because it is a multiplication. If you multiply 3 to 7 or 7 to 3, the product remain the same. Product means answer remain the same. We say the answer in the multiplication, that is nothing but product. So, 3 7s are 21 and 17 as it is. I think so you understood. You can take your own example of a fraction and you can take any whole number and you can try how to write, how to multiply step by step the fraction with a whole number. So, hope so everyone understood, and you will do some more example of your choice. Now, one more example we will see. What is 7 upon 8 of 24? What is the meaning of here? Yes, we will see here 7 upon 8 of 24 means 7 upon 8 times of a 24 is how much? So, it is given as a question mark here. So, we have to go for the multiplication here. The fraction multiplied by whole number, now only we had learned, is equal to numerator of a fraction multiplied by whole number upon the denominator. So, what is in the numerator? Is 7. Yes, we had written 7. What is the whole number given to us is 24. So, we write here 24, denominator is 8. So, 7 multiplied by 24 upon 8. If it is possible to reduce, we can reduce it, or we can say it's to simplify to get it to lowest term. These all terminologies are same. So, here we can go for possible to reduce. You can, here only you can reduce. Here see, 8 ones are 8 3s are 24. Okay. Then you can write the answer directly, 7 3s are 21. Otherwise, you can multiply these. 24 7s is 168 divided by 8. If you do the practical division here, 168 divided by 8 is 21. So, here one more step is increased here, because we had not reduced here, we had just taken a multiplication, then we had tried to divide, or we had tried to reduce it. So, the answer of the both, if you reduce here, then also the answer will remain same. After multiplication of this 24 into 7, 168, the answer will remain same. So, do not worry, when it is a multiplication, if it is possible to reduce, you can reduce and you can get the product that will be remain same. I think so you understood what is 7/8 of 24 or 7 upon 8 of 24, both are same. So, we had found out that 7 upon 8 of 24 is 21. So, you can take some example related to some, if you have a party at home, that is some birthday party, when you are eating a cake, you can find out the fraction and you can find out the number of people who are then in your birthday party, and you can find out what will be the fraction of the given whole number. That is number of people, what type of, what piece of a cake they will get it. Okay. Next we will see multiplication of a fractional number by a fractional number. Now we have seen that multiplication of a fractional number by whole number. Now we will see by fractional number. So, fraction multiply by fraction, yes, both are same, fractional number and the fraction number. So, fraction multiply by fraction is nothing but numerator of one fraction multiply by the numerator of second fraction. If you are having more than two fractions, then also you have to consider the numerator of all 1, 2, 3 fractions what you are having upon denominator of a one fraction and the denominator of another fraction. So, what to do? We will see one example, so you will understand this is what fraction multiply by fraction. Multiplying 2 upon 15 by 12 upon 7 means this is one fraction which is multiplied to another fraction, that is a 12 upon 7. Here just we had written, because it is given as a by, we have to write a multiplication sign. So, we had written as 2 upon 15 multiplied by 12 upon 7. Now, already we know we have to multiply both the numerator of both the fractions. So, we had done here 2, yes, multiply by multiplication sign by 12, both are in the numerator. So, we had written in the numerator. Here 15 and 7 both are in the denominator, we are multiplying 15 and 7 in the denominator. Now, you can multiply. If you do not know, I had given a trick, how can you multiply if you have a larger number, but you know the 12 table. So, 12 2s are 24 and you know the 15 table also, 15 7s is 105 or 105. Now, we have to reduce this fraction. We have to reduce this fraction. So, we have to find out in which, by which number this fraction will be reduced, and the numerator also same number we have to reduce and the denominator also with the same number we have to reduce. So, we know that 24 divided by 3 by in the 3 table, or we can say the divisibility of 3 you can use, and you can find out by which number we will get reduce this fraction and the remainder will remain be 0. So, 105 divided by 3. So, here when 24 is divided by 3, you know 8 3s are 24 and 35 3s is 105. So, we had reduced it by division method, and whatever the fraction we got is 8 upon 35. This is how we multiplied fraction by another fraction. When two fractions are multiplied, what will be the product or what will be fraction we get at the end of after solving the steps is 8 upon 35. I think so you understood fraction by a whole number as well as multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. Now multiplication of fractions by a mixed fraction. This is third one. Again I will recall at the end of a summary. Again you have to understand it because it is very similar. So don't get confused. Here multiplication of a fraction by a mixed fraction. What are the steps we have to follow to multiply a fraction with a mixed fraction? In order to multiply a fraction by a mixed fraction, we follow some simple steps. First step, change the mixed fraction into an improper fraction, which already we had done in a addition of a fraction as well as in the subtraction of a fractions where we got a mixed fraction. First we had converted mixed fraction into improper fraction. Next step, multiply the numerator of a first fraction by the numerator of a second fraction and denominator of a first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction. Now only we had seen in the previous sum, same we have to multiply both the numerator, in simple word multiply both the denominator and find out the fraction. Then we have to simplify. Simplify is nothing but we have to convert, if it is possible, we have to convert into lowest term, or we can say it we have to reduce it to the simple form or simplest form. So by simplifying the new fraction or convert the answer back to the mixed fraction if required. Here already we had done in addition and subtraction. When we are having an improper fraction, we convert improper fraction into mixed fraction and we get the answer. So these are the three steps we have to follow to multiplication of a fraction by a mixed fraction. I think so you had just recall because we had already done in the addition and subtraction. So you might be remembering. So it is more easy to understand what are the steps we have to follow to convert a mixed fraction into a fraction. We will see some example related to this. Multiplication of a fractions by a mixed fraction. You know very well what is this? Simple fraction 3 upon 5. Yes, you are having this is nothing but a mixed fraction. This is 2 whole 4 upon 7. 2 whole 4 upon 7. So mixed fraction we have to convert into improper fraction. So here what we will do? We will multiply this 7 2s are 14. We will add the numerator, that is 4. 14 plus 4 is nothing but 18. And denominator what we are having, same denominator we have to write. So what we got one fraction out of one mixed fraction. So now we got both the fraction. Now you know how to multiply this both the fraction. Yes, you are right. Numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So we will multiply numerator, that is 3 multiplied by 18, and denominator is 5 multiplied by 7. So if it is possible you can reduce here. If it not possible, just multiply and get the answer. So 18 3s is 54 and 7 5s are 35. Now you can see here what we got, the fraction is an improper fraction, that is 54 upon 35. So what you know how to divide and how to find out the mixed fraction. Yes, 54 should be divided by 35. So we are getting as a 1 whole 19 upon 35. So again we had converted the answer into a mixed fraction when it is required, because we are getting here as an improper fraction. If you are getting a proper fraction, it's no need to do anything, just keep as it is If it is possible to reduce, reduce it and write into simplest form. Hope so, my children, my dear student, you understood the multiplication of a fraction by a mixed fraction. We will see some example related to this. Multiply the given fractions. Here 2 upon 11 multiplied by 3 upon 2. Here some examples are there. We will try to multiply one by one and we will find out what is the answer. So, you will understand, you have to help me out how to solve the sums. So, one by one we will start. First example is 2 upon 11 multiplied by 3 upon 2 is equal to dash is given to us. 2 upon 11 multiplied by 3 upon 2. So, I told when it is a multiplication, if it is possible to reduce, you can reduce here because it is a multiplication. So, we will try to reduce. Is possible? Yes, it is 2 ones are and 2 ones are. So, when you will multiply as numerator to numerator is 1 into 1 multiplied by 3 upon 11 multiplied by 1. So, what will be the answer here? 1 3s are 3 and 11 ones are 11. What we got is an proper fraction. So, no need to do anything, keep as it is because already we had reduced here in the starting only. Second example we will see 4 upon 15 multiplied by 5 upon 6. Anybody will help me how to solve this? It is possible to reduce? Yes, you are right. We can reduce here, we can go for 5 ones are, 5 3s are. Here also we are having the both the even number. You can reduce numerator to denominator or you can reduce cross also. You have to reduce numerator to denominator. You can't reduce numerator and denominator. Listen properly, you have to reduce if it is possible then numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator. Otherwise you can cross, you can reduce it. So, here again we will go for 2 2s are, 2 3s are. So, what will be here? 2 multiplied by 1. So, 2 multiplied by 1 upon 3 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 3. So, what will be the answer? 2 ones are 2 and 3 3s are 9. Again we got a proper fraction. So, no need to do anything to convert into mixed fraction or anything. We will go one more example, that is 7 upon 10 multiplied by 2 upon 21. Now, it is possible to reduce? Yes. You are right, here it is 7 ones are, 7 3s are 21. Here will be 2 ones are, 2 5s are. 1 multiplied by 1, 1 multiplied by 1 upon 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 1 upon 15. You know the table, just you have to write it. One more example we will see, then we will go ahead. One more example is 22 upon 25 multiplied by 10 upon 11. So, how when you get a large number also, how you can reduce to this lowest form and find out the answer. So, one two example we will solve, then we will switch to the another examples. Here one more example, 22 upon 25 multiplied by 10 upon 11. You might be thinking how to reduce, we are having a large number. So, you know divisibility rule we had learned in the previous chapter, you have to apply here the divisibility rule. You know when we are having a 0 and 5 in the ones place, that can be divisible by 5 giving the remainder as a 0. So, we will divide it by a 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. Yes. Here also it is possible, 11 ones are 11, 11 2s are 22. So, my dear student, you should know the table. So, it will be very easy to reduce and you can find out your answer as early as possible. So, if now it is not possible to reduce anywhere, then we will write directly here 2 multiplied by 2 upon 5 multiplied by 1. What will be the 2 multiplied by 2? 2 2s are 4 upon 5. 5 1s are 5. One more example is 9 upon 13 multiplied by 26 upon 45. When you are getting a larger number, slowly we have to find out, use the divisibility rule and find out by which number that number will be divisible and giving a remainder as a 0. So now you are in the 5th standard, you can do directly here, reduce to the lowest form or simplify or simplification, all meanings are same. So here we will see, you know 13 table, so it is here easy, 13 1s are 13, 2s are 26. What about 9 45? Yes, in 9 table you get a 45? Yes, otherwise if you want to reduce by lowest term, then also it is possible, that also I will show you. We can go by 3 table, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, you are getting here 5, here 3 15s are 45. Again we can reduce this lowest term if you don't want to go for direct large number. So I am showing you here 3 1s are 3 5s are 15. You should write one below the other, one above the other. You should not write anywhere nearby this number or something. It will not give a correct answer. So here we had reduced to the lowest term, now it is not possible anywhere. So we will write here 1 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 2, here is 1 multiplied by 5, 1 multiplied by 5. 2 1s are 2 and 5 1s are 5. Hope so everyone understood, because we had done many sums here which are very similar to, and how to reduce. I had showed you step by step how to solve the sums, and you can take your own fractions and you can try the solving this fraction. If it is possible to reduce, you have to reduce it and directly you can write the answer. Next we will see properties of a multiplications of a fractions. What are the properties? One by one we will see the properties of multiplication of a fractions. Changing the order of a multiplying the fractional numbers does not change the product. Already I had explained. When you changing the order of multiplication of a fractional number means what? When you change 3 upon 5 multiplied by 4 upon 5, if you write 4 upon 5 multiplied by 3 upon 5, if you change the order one place to another, here the product what we will get, that is the multiplication answer, product is nothing but answer, we get will remain the same. There is no change, does not change. When simple example I will give you, if you know that 3 times 7 is 21, 3 multiplied by 7 is 21, and you can say 7 times 3, that is 7 multiplied by 3 is also 21. 21 is what? That is nothing but a product. So we can say that after changing the order in a multiplication, the product does not change. So we will see one example here. 3 upon 7 multiplied by 1 upon 11 is equal to, first we will write this fraction, that is 1 upon 11 multiplied by 3 upon 7. So what I had done, just I had interchanged the place, the order of a multiplication is changed. Here you can see, then also the product, that is the answer, will remain the same. It does not change the product. If a fraction is multiplied by 1, the resultant fraction will remain the same. Already here we will see here, when it is multiplied by 1, 3 1s are 3, you will write here, but here 1 upon 8 multiplied by 1 will be 1 1s are 1 only. 1 upon 8 means you multiply it by 1, the resultant will be same what you got in the multiplication. So we are getting the answer, when you multiply to any fraction by 1, you will get the answer as a product, as a fraction itself. If we multiply a fraction by a 0, we get a 0 as a result. When you multiply a number by 0, you get answer as a 0. When you multiply any fraction by 0, the answer will be 0, the result will be 0. These are the properties of multiplications what we had discussed. We will see in the next class, we will use this all the properties and we will try to solve some examples related to it. Hope so, my dear student, you understood. Try to practice some exercise sums. Thank you very much.